Hello, I'm Barbara Sanders with Healthy, Fresh, and Frugal, and I am going to show you one of my favorite Tupperware pasta recipes, and that is spinach and goat cheese baked ziti. And I'm going to use the Tupperware Pasta Cooker to make the ziti first. I'll be using a lot of different Tupperware products. Well, first of all, I take the ziti and I dump it into the pasta maker. Now, I've already added water in here. The recipe calls for 8 ounces of pasta, but since I have a big family, I'm going to use a little more. I'm going to make about 1.5 recipes. So I will say this is about 12 ounces of pasta. And I don't put the lid on. I just set it in the microwave and cook it. I'm going to be cooking this for 10 minutes. Now, while that cooks, let's get ready the rest of the things we need. Now, I'm going to be using the PowerChef Pro to chop up the garlic and the spinach to put in the ziti. Now, the PowerChef Pro is a wonderful hand-operated food processor. It comes with these blades, but it also comes with a beater paddle. And you know what? Since it came with a beater paddle, instead of getting the half and half cream that it called for the recipe, I got heavy whipping cream because I can use this to make some whipped cream for the fresh fruit that's coming out of our garden right now. So I'll tell you how I'm going to change the recipe in a minute. But first of all, let's put the garlic in here. I'm going to use the blades, and you'll see how amazing this chopper is. Okay. I just cleaned this and I didn't get it snapped on. You see how this chopper comes apart? You can use one of our citrus peelers to put in that little groove there and pop this apart, so the bottom part can go in the dishwasher because that's the part that touches the food, and then the part with this pull string you just wipe it off by hand. Okay, get the lid lined up on there, and now I'll set this up here so you can see me doing the That was just about 4 pulls, and my garlic is just about all chopped. Now I'm going to add the spinach. I have the spinach in one of the fridge smarts. Now normally I tell people when you put your vegetables in here you don't want to wash them first, but this came out of a bagged salad and I think it's already clean, so I'm not going to wash it a second time. Now if I wanted to take the time to do that, I would use Tupperware salad spinner to get it all washed and dried at the same time. I'm just going to stuff that full of spinach, and I'll set this back up here so you can watch. See how fast it is? And as it's chopping the spinach, it's going down. So I'm going to add some more because I want to make sure that I get plenty of spinach in here. Little bit more there. Now, of course, if you don't like spinach, you can put less in, but one of the great things about chopping up like this, you can't hardly tell it's there when it's cooked. So if you have someone in your family that says they don't like spinach, well, it'll just kind of look a little green, but it won't look like spinach. Okay, well, that's ready to go. So we're just waiting on the pasta now. Okay, now the pasta is just about ready. Well, that's been cooking. I started making salad, which I'll finish while the rest of the pasta is baking. But now it's ready, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. When it comes out of the microwave, this is absolutely amazing. Now, you know I put 12 ounces of pasta in there, but it's not at all stuck together. And the Tupperware pasta maker has a special cover that you can drain it with. It's got holes right here, and I'm going to line up the part of the cover that's open there where the holes are. Now I'm going to carry it over to the sink and drain it. Okay, Now my pasta is all drained. You see, it's perfectly cooked and it's not stuck together. Well, I'm going to be using Tupperware's Ultra Pro to bake in it. So I'm just going to dump it in there. And now I get to add the other ingredients. Now I need to get a spatula out. First I'm going to add the spinach. Tupperware spatulas are absolutely incredible for scraping out things. Now I have the spinach and the garlic added. Now, the recipe says that I need to add a cup of shredded mozzarella and also some Asiago cheese. Now, I don't have any Asiago, but I do have a little extra mozzarella here. So I'm going to put that in. And now I need to add the milk. I'm supposed to use 1.5 cups of half and half. And I told you I got the heavy cream instead. And since I have extra pasta, I'm going to use about 2.5 cups instead of 1.5 cups. And I already have a little bit over 1 cup of regular milk, so I'm going to be adding the heavy cream. I'll do 2 1/4 and we'll see how that looks. Okay. And now I'm just going to blend this all together. Now I need to add some seasonings too. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of coarse salt, and it calls for 1/4 teaspoon of pepper, but I'm going to use a little extra since I have more in this recipe. And there's one other seasoning, which is a Tupperware seasoning blend. We used to sell the seasoning blends, and now we have the recipe available. So if you would like the recipe for the Italian seasoning blend, I would be glad to get that for you, or you can find it on Google. And the recipe calls for about 1 teaspoon of this, but I like it a little spicier. So I'm going to do almost a whole tablespoon. And you know what? That is all we need except for the goat cheese that's going to go on the top. So I'm getting this all blended together. Now when this is ready, you can put this in the regular oven, but it's summertime and I don't want to heat up the kitchen. So what I'm going to do is cook this in the microwave, and we'll see how nice and brown it gets. Now if I want to, after it's cooked in the microwave for a while, I can put it in the regular oven to get it all browned on the top, but I think it's going to be cooked just fine in the microwave. We'll see how it looks. Now, every minute in the microwave is worth 4 minutes in the regular oven. So that's how you can save time and energy, because it's less electricity to use your microwave. And I'm going to go ahead and set this for 20 minutes. And while that's cooking, I'm going to finish making my salad, and we'll see you in a few minutes. The microwave is almost ready to stop. So I'll show you what I've been doing while the pasta's been cooking. I finished making my salad, and I also got some chicken ready in the Micro Pro grill because one of my children doesn't like that pasta dish, and since it doesn't have any meat in it, I thought, well, I'll just add some chicken. And what I'm doing is just grilling some chicken breast. And what I did was I used a big chicken breast that I had frozen and I thawed it a little while, and then I used Tupperware's kitchen shears to cut it up into smaller pieces. And I added some of that Italian seasoning blend just like I used in the pasta recipe. And if I put the cover on the Micro Pro grill like this so it presses down on the chicken, it will grill on both sides at the same time. This is absolutely amazing. In fact, you know what? I just used this same Micro Pro grill about an hour ago to make dessert for my family for dinner. I made some blueberry crumble. You can do all kinds of stuff in here. And last night I used this for making some au gratin potatoes. It's just amazing. Well, the pasta is done, and let's see what it looks like. Okay, well, there it is, and you can see cooking just 20 minutes in the microwave, it has gotten browned on the top, so it is ready to eat, and I need to call my family for dinner. Well, have a wonderful evening.